What's up, guys? Time to show off some builds that will be available tonight in the event at 7 p.m. Eastern. First off, we have a sugar skull build. I did one of these and it was bought instantly off my YouTube, so it didn't even make it over, but I did one as similar-esque as I could. This was also, I'd made 2 dials for a guy, showed him either option, he liked them both, and just never paid for anything. So, did this in a little bit of a teal setup. It's very difficult to see that the skull itself has teal accents, but no big deal. It's etched out nicely. It's bolden. This is in a matte finish case, a 150 case. It's got a polished coin bezel with a baby blue standard like minute style insert. One of these, I don't know what kind of crowns these are called, but just have a cool look to them. Oh, this is where I hurt myself with the Dremel working on this case using the stone grinder attachment and then the polish wheel. I ran the polish wheel up a little too high, holding it. So good times there. This is on a gilded movement, one of 6 I've verified that I have left. Autographed rotor in there, stainless steel movement holder, and then this is on one of my super soft Italian suede leather straps with the warm baby blue in the middle and matching stitching with a brushed preview buckle. Show off a little bit of lume on this. And drop it where it's a little bit darker. So there you go. So that is the build. Bezel on these will turn left, they'll turn right. These are put on as tight as I can put them on with a tension ring that shouldn't move on you too easily. But on top of that, it's tightened as best as I could. Automatic mechanical. So you can see you get your rotor back here. You can wind it, put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point you can wind. And winds are turned this direction. This way doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and do this. Because whenever I do the other, I start threading it on. But if you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with your rotor movement will keep time throughout the day. If you know you're going to not be driving at all, or anything along those lines, you can wind this thing out for 15-20 seconds and max out your 32 hour. Or no, it's 31 hour. Man, I don't know what I was thinking. 31 hour power reserve on it. 31 hour plus power reserve on it. I've had some go like 36, so can't overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going on you. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressure on there. Also, this clutch system disengages once you screw it down, so if you have any crown impact, it doesn't transfer into your keyless works or into your movement. Okay, Google, what time is it?
10:58 a.m.
10:58 a.m. That feels about right there, right? When you're good, push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. We match them as best as we can. Some of these, it just depends on what light you look in, where they match. But, so that's that setup. This is going to come in a brown BBW box. They do not have sugar skull boxes. I've only done a couple of them ever. Will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. Non-streaky, non-toxic, non-residue, so it's good for everything here in the center, along with your microfiber for that. You'll also have some leather conditioner to keep that strap perfectly soft. Apply it on the front and back, let it soak in, remove any excess. Use something like a washcloth or rag or something like that, if you ever need this. And then lastly, you're going to have some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like a poly watch. It's for your acrylic glass, and which can be scratched. But if it is, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your color-matched microfiber. Buff it in, remove any excess, and if the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, making sure you fill that scratch, haze it, and then buff it out. If you don't get it knocked out that first time, let that solidify and come back in 10-15 minutes and work on it again. So try not to scratch your glass, but if you do, it can be fixed. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you love it. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.